Well, I started my show today with Joy Reid, but that was the second win we got over the weekend. The first win we got was Dan Bongino, and this is catastrophic. This is earth shattering. This is a nightmare for the deep state. They must be signing their resignation right now. They are probably looking desperately for the exit door. This is going to be one of the biggest moves, even as much as you thought Kash Patel was the biggest move. Dan Bongino being in this role is even more catastrophic for the deep state. And I'm wondering, have you noticed since Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and now Dan Bongino have kind of been moved into these slots, these law enforcement slots? There have been one person that I have not heard anything from. And typically this person would come out and voice their opinion, but I haven't heard anything. I'm wondering, do you know the person I'm thinking about? We'll get into that, all right? But first, let's hear it from the man himself.
All right. How do you start today's show? No, I howl. Jasmine's sitting there kind of laughing. Like, what do you say? Hey, guys, Monday morning. Well, let me give you a weekend update. Quite the weekend update. Kind of probably the most interesting weekend update ever. And the interesting thing about this weekend update is producer Jim, at least on the radio show, is not going to have to run the let's take a brief interlude into Dan's personal life, because my personal life is no longer personal. Folks, I'm sure by now you've heard the news. Wait, do I have it? Oh, no, I already took it. Sorry. Someone gave me the man card, gave me like an actual man card one day. Like it's a little, looks like a credit card, kind of a joke, obviously. So let me just turn that in right now because this may be a little bit emotional, and let me apologize in advance. I was home last night, and I'm sitting there. I was watching a show. I don't even know what I was watching. Food That Built America or something like that. And I was falling asleep because it had been a really long day. Now you know why. And some of you kind of understand why the show had a different tone over the last couple of weeks. And I got a call from the president, and he couldn't have been nicer. And I obviously keep the contents of it between us, but I think you get the gist about what it was about. And kind of broke down a bit because it was, this is now real. So President, Attorney General Bondi, and now Director, gosh, that sounds good to say, FBI Director Kash Patel offered this role, a role I expressed an interest in. And ladies and gentlemen, I told you, you see, it's hard for me. I'm going to accept the role proudly as the Deputy Director, the number 2 spot at the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Folks, it's a lot to walk away from. I will tell you everything what happened, within reason, and then I got a show to do, and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen with the show. So it's going to be a pretty wild ride today. Man, do we have a lot to talk about. I'm going to play for you in the beginning, too, a speech I gave that someone sent to me from 11 years ago, and you'll see why I decided to make this decision. So a lot to do today. Thank you so much for kind of a big audience here right away out of the shoot. So thank you very much. I love you guys. And Bongino Army out there, I hope you understand. I got a couple of negative comments, Dan, you should have let us know. I hope you understand about this. This is not you do not ever get ahead of the President of the United States, the Attorney General, and the Director of the FBI. You don't do that. Not when you take positions like that. It's not the right thing to do. So now you understand.
You don't get ahead of the President of the United States. You don't get ahead of the head of the DOJ. You don't get ahead of the director of the FBI. You know why he said that? Because he understands his role. He understands the slot that he has been moved into. This is catastrophic, man. Now, the person that comes to mind is Hillary Clinton. Every single time that Trump was indicted, Hillary Clinton would pop up on Rachel Maddow's show. Every single time there was some sort of, verdict. He's now accused and now he's a convicted, felon about. Everybody would turn to Hillary Clinton, and she had a mouthful to say. And since he has won this time, I haven't heard anything from her. Now, it could be that what she has said really didn't matter. Okay, that's possible. I find it a bit curious now, after all of the indictments, the felonies, all of the judges, all of the Fonnie Willises and the Letitia Jameses and the Judge Michonne. With all of that, Hillary Clinton has said nothing. And I find that interesting. Like, well, why not? I believe that she is probably, like the rest of the deep state, searching for the exit. Because they know that these two men, and Pam Bondi, by the way, all mean business, and they mean it. They're not posturing. They're not sending salvos. They mean business. They mean it, and they know how to get the job done. That's probably the most jarring part. They know how to get the job done, and so they're not relying on the Peter Strzok's of the FBI or the Lisa Pages. They're not relying on those people because they know those people are pieces of garbage. They know they have to bring in their own people. I was elated. My buddy texted this to me and I thought for myself, there's no way that can't happen. Because that's like a win beyond a win. I mean, former Secret Service agent Dan Bongino choked up what you just saw during Monday's broadcast of his eponymous show. He has announced his plans to leave the radio and podcasting behind and return to law enforcement. Bongino, who served in the New York Police Department before taking a role in the United States Secret Service, said that he was accepting the job offered to him by the President Donald Trump, Deputy Director of the Federal Bureau of Investigations. I'll just tell you this because I don't know inside stuff, but he's probably walking away from, tens of millions, possibly 80, $100 million to do this gig. And I believe it is I know for Kash Patel, it is a 10-year stint, depending on who happens to be in the White House. So I got to tell you, this is a biggest win for law enforcement that we've had. As horrible as James Comey was, Kash Patel, man, oh man, oh man. As horrible as James Comey was, as Christopher Wray was, Kash Patel will be the exact opposite. Deputy Director Andrew McCabe, as horrible as he was, Dan Bongino will be the exact opposite. Man, is this a blow. This is just an amazing blow. All right, guys, that's it for now. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe. And if you're following me on Rumble, please press that follow button. And until the next time, God bless.